Well, I have resolved that today we're going to talk about resolution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Little Paul humor there. You Curly fans? Anybody fans of Curly? Yeah. Well, I don't do it as good as Jerome, but I am a Curly fan. I love the guy. Terry used to hate it. I'd get sick, and I'd just sit home and watch Three Stooge movies. I just wasn't a Shemp fan. Shemp's not it was Curly. The rest of them I could, Larry's all right. Mo, but Curly, he was my guy. Okay, Bill in Orlando, Florida, could you please write about the term resolving, what it means and how it matters regarding equipment and sound? Well, I'm not going to write about it because I've written plenty about it in Paul's posts in the past. But let's talk about it. We have a podcast going on, Ohm's Law. Thank you for listening. And we have our video series, Ask Paul. And I've kind of combined the two so that however you wish to consume your media, you've got a nice, easy path to do it. Resolution in an audio system, in its simplest definition, is the ability to hear details within the performance of the music. Okay? If I listen to my AirPods, I'm an Apple geek, I put my AirPods on, I get pretty good sound. I can listen to music or podcasts. I don't hear a whole lot of detail. For instance, room noise, different. As I'm talking right now, I'm in a room, and you're listening probably on AirPods or your car if it's a podcast, or you're listening on a computer speaker through the YouTube video. Now, you're going to miss all kinds of resolution because you probably can't tell what kind of room I'm in, even though my voice is bouncing around. But if we were to take this very same video, bring it into Music Room 1 and play it for you, even though it's a crappy little MP3 recording, you'd hear all kinds of detail that you didn't hear when you're listening on your low resolution mediums like AirPods or computer speakers, a Bose Wave radio, your home stereo system. If it's not, kind of like in the way that background music isn't really showing you any kind of details. And the better the system gets, the deeper you can hear into the recording process. You can hear the room, all sorts of things. And this is one of the things that audiophiles really love about this hobby, is being able to kind of pull the curtain back and look into the process and all the nuance and details that we get out of listening through highly resolving systems. Think of it perhaps this way. In a video sense, the difference between a 4K video, an HD video, and a standard resolution video is really dramatic. If you try those at home, I have, what do I have? That horrible service, Comcast, Xfinity Comcast. Sorry if you're one of their employees. You guys suck. But anyway, here it is. I got it. It's all I got. It's that or Dish, and Dish is worse because I can't get internet. I mean, it's ridiculous. I got to have Comcast for the internet, and so I might as well have TV, right? I don't even have a phone. I use my iPhone, right? So if I want to be connected up to the internet, then I got to have, and I do a lot of uploads and all that. I can't use Dish, although it's a much better service for television. It's too complicated. Wish these guys had learned something about customer service. Oh my God. Well, don't get me going about that, because next thing we'll know, we'll be on to politics. You definitely don't want to get me onto that. I am a bleeding heart, tree-hugging, Boulder liberal. And anyway, all right, we're not going there. Where were we? We're talking about Comcast. Oh, if you, sometimes when I'm watching, I want to go to the Oscars or whatever it is I want to watch, I'll click on the show and it looks like crap. And I realize, oh, it's not in HD. It really, to my eye, looks bad. I click another channel and bang, HD comes up. If I go over to YouTube, they have some 4K video, of which I have a 4K video projector downstairs, and the difference is extraordinary. What is the difference? Three-dimensionality, detail, resolution. That's kind of the nature of resolving power. So I'll give you another example. When I first went to Harry Pearson, HP, he's the late HP, he's no longer with us, unfortunately, great guy. And he was the publisher and I guess the main editor. But anyway, the Absolute Sound magazine was his. Harry was one of the best reviewers I'd ever met. And back in the late 70s, Stan, my old partner, and I traveled out to Seacliff, New York, went to visit Harry, and he had the Infinity IRS-3. I have the 5s. Harry had the precursor to that, the 3s. That was the first time I'd ever heard the IRS, the Infinity Reference Standard. And if you've never seen these, if you haven't been, we're now getting at least one tour, sometimes as many as 6 tours a day coming into PS Audio. And thank you for that. We love it. We run people through here all day. They get to see the IRS, they get to see the production facilities. It's kind of fun. So do come and enjoy. But that's the first time I had ever heard the Infinity Reference System. And these 7.5 foot tall loudspeakers with, oh my God, they're 1.2 tons. They're amazing. And we sat down in Harry's small room in front of these massive speakers, rolled up a big fat joint, huffed that sucker down, and put on a record, and I was blown away. Never heard anything like it in my life. And what did I notice more than anything? Resolution. I had listened to a number of these tracks, like Dusty Springfield's The Look of Love, from Burt Bacharach's from Casino Royale. And that's an old audiophile chestnut. I still have a pristine copy of that. I think I paid $100 for. And he put that on, and for the first time, I could clearly hear Dusty Springfield is in an isolation booth singing into a microphone in a completely separate room. It was obvious. The orchestra, the backing guys, they were in a completely other room. And it was really clear. I'd never heard that before. I'd never heard the pops and ticks of the record separated from the music like that. And that's what a resolving system will give you, and that's what we're all searching for. And to get that, you need a combination of loudspeaker, power, and electronic chain. And you got to have all three, though you don't have to spend a fortune. We have our Stellar system, for instance, is a good first-tier system that gives you gobs of resolution. All you need is a decent pair of speakers. So, all right, enough. Don't want to start advertising here. Thank you for the question. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.